everybody. Welcome to 30 Minutes of Fame. I decided to change the name of this podcast due to some of my personal circumstances changing. At the end of May, my whole department was laid off. So I've been out of work since May. And then last week, I temporarily lost my sponsor, which I was using to pay for a premium hosting site. And now my meetings are limited to 40 minutes long. So I've decided to make them 30 minutes long. Thus, over there, 30 minutes of fame. Um, I had someone that used to say to me back in the day when I was doing my charity for the military and stuff, you're just in it for 15 minutes of fame. And I can honestly care less about that. Um, some of you don't know, but my posts have been reposted by Arnold Schwarzenegger that had 9 million views and caused me a lot of anxiety. My story was shared on Fox News, Yahoo, all this other stuff. I don't really care about that. I care about helping people. So I'm going to share my story with you guys. And then we're going to talk about my two children's books. I was not even 3 days ago ready to shut this all down. But just all these rejections with work and then all of this stuff happened. I was like, screw it. Nobody's even watching. But then I heard from people, and people are watching, and it is helping people. So as long as there's two people watching these, I'm going to keep doing them. For those of you who don't know, in 1994, I had three guys try to unalive me, I guess is a safe word to say now, with the shiny silver object. And they hit me 13 times. I almost lost my leg. My heart was missed by half an inch, and I came pretty close to dying. So I drank. I drank a lot to escape. And I didn't know how to deal with PTSD. I was in my 20s, and that was my escape, which was a very dangerous one. So I'm going to bring in my first guest here. Um, this is me when I was almost 400 pounds. You're going to see him over there. Just watch him. He doesn't say much. But just so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself, this is Big Dave. I turned 50 next Wednesday, and in 2011, this guy right here, wearing this jersey, had just gotten home from a weekend at the Grey Cup. For those watching outside of Canada, it's our Super Bowl in Canada. And I was at several all-you-could-drink events. I came right from the airport in Calgary to a pub. I was 10 sheets to the wind. I don't know how I got on that plane, but I made it. And then my friend Tony Lynn, who was just an angel on earth, it was about 1:30 in the morning. She pulled me aside, sat me down in a booth, and said, "Man, if you don't smarten the F up, you're not going to see 50." Um, that hit me, and I started to smarten up. I still went out. I still got a little, had some fun, but I didn't get blackout drunk. It really woke me up. Um, she passed away on my birthday, and that's my way of knowing I'll never go back to that. This birthday is my 50th birthday on Wednesday, August 20th. And it's also my 3 years sober. 3 years without intoxicated. For me, I got nobody to impress. I maybe had 4 beer in the last 3 years, and it was just a one and done kind of situation. But I haven't been intoxicated in 3 years, so that's another reason to celebrate. Um, my biggest wake up call was my daughter, who's now 11. She was like 4.5, maybe. And she just wanted to race me home because of my weight being almost 400 pounds. I was 392 at my heaviest. I remember weighing myself. Um, I had to say no, and her little sad face, I'll never ever forget it. So I set out on a mission to lose 100 pounds. And I went online, Facebook, Twitter, it was then. I said, I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year, and I'm going to donate $1 a pound to my favorite charity. And I hit it a year later. People matched me. My $100 turned into 1,800, and that was matched all for a military charity that helps. Well, they help veterans and first responders with PTSD through a horse program. So then, um, my total biggest amount of weight loss was 170 pounds. I don't weigh myself. I haven't weighed myself in 6 or 7 months. I have no idea how I'm doing, but I feel good. My best friend in the whole world, Pastor Joseph, he signed me, my daughter, and him up to do a 5K race in High River, the High River Half. And I was terrified, but we did it. We did it in 41 minutes. And then we were watching something with my daughter on the news, and they were showing something about children's books. And she said, we should write a book about our race. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. So here's the book right there. The Great Race, My Daddy and Me. The pictures were drawn by a 15-year-old girl from my town, and my daughter helped me write the story. So that one did pretty good for about a year. And then I said, I need a way to help parents with PTSD how to talk to their kids, because my daughter always used to look at me funny when I was just zoned out and say, are you okay, Dad? Are you sure you're okay? So I wrote a book called In the Heart of the Forest, and it's basically my story of my battle with PTSD and seeing guys that looked like me, and I'd freak out and I didn't know how to deal with it. And it's just a brave, inspiring story, and it's helped people. There's so many powerful reviews. Search either title on the website where you buy things that starts with an A, has an M in it, and ends with an N. I can't say it on here or this might get flagged. But yeah, check out both those books. Check out one of the books. You want to just pick one up and give it away to somebody. I'm also looking for any companies, anyone out there wants to sponsor $5, $10, $20. I can buy copies for $5 a book. And my goal is to get these in every library, hospital waiting room. I want to get them out to first responders, veterans, just give them the charities that work with these men and women. So, if they have kids or they don't have kids, it doesn't matter. My girlfriend, who's going to be coming on here in a moment, we met through a review she left on my book. I'll let her explain that. But 9 months ago, she changed my life. And if it wasn't for her, I was ready to shut all this down. I'm still here. We're going to be doing some cool things with some 30-minute episodes. So make sure you stay tuned. So yeah, I'll bring on Amanda here to have a little chat with us. Then I'm going to play a video for a song that I wrote, and someone took it and just did some amazing things with it, called In the Heart of the Forest. Okay, so as promised, I'm here with the lovely Amanda.
Hello.
Here is the lovely book you just heard about that started it all.
Yes, the book that started it all. Yeah.
So what made you pick up a copy of this book?
Well, post-traumatic stress disorder is something that I've dealt with. I was diagnosed with it in 2012. So it was something that was relatable to me, and I wanted to support the book. And yeah, seeing you had posted your other book too on the Claire's Home is Community page. And yeah, I wanted to support it. Yeah.
So I was just scrolling through reviews one day, just checking out the over 25-star reviews that are on this book, just saying.
Yes.
And I came across this review from this Amanda 1982, and I'm like, wow. And I have it up here if you want to read out your little review here.
All right, here's the review. Okay. I think this book is an amazing way to place a gentle touch on a very serious topic. I don't have children of my own, and even though this is a children's book, as someone who has personally dealt with some of the same things the author has, I found the story of Felix the Fox very, very relatable, and it really touched my heart. And I just adored how the pictures brought Felix and his story to life. I think this book is something many people of all ages could relate to be, or to be shared with a loved one so that they can better understand where you or someone you care about is coming from with their own personal journey dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. And yeah, I really do think this is a book is relatable to anybody of all ages.
You know, one of the coolest things I heard was from a retired police detective, and he said, if this book was out when my kids were like 5 and 6, I wouldn't have to lie to them for 10 years.
Yeah.
And even when my own daughter read this book, like I always used to sit in the back row at church because I was scared someone was going to jump me from behind. I never told her that. And then she read this book and she was like, "Is that why you sit in the back row everywhere?" I'm like,
Yeah. She's
"That's
like,
that."
now I understand, Dad. Yeah.
So that was October 31st, 2024. That
Yes.
review happened.
Yeah.
And
So much has happened since then. My goodness.
I saw I saw this review posted as well on the community page here in my little town.
Yeah.
And I had a message typed up to her for probably a good 2 hours just sitting. And I'm like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to send it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
But, you got to be so careful this day and age. People might think it's creepy or just,
Yeah.
I don't know. But something told me to. And then I found out that Amanda here's she lost over 200 pounds. I
Yeah.
dropped 170. So we've almost lost 400 pounds combined.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Our stories are so similar.
fought a lot of the same demons. And
Yeah.
we went for a coffee about a week later, the Friday. And I'm so protective over my kid. Well, those that are, she just turned 11, and she's my world. And somebody just told me just go for it, just let her meet her. And we went to Dairy Queen for ice cream. Dairy Queen, you're welcome to sponsor any episodes. I don't have a sponsor now, so I've had a few blizzards in my day. But went to the washroom and I came back and the two of them just looked like they were known each other for years. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah, there was an instant connection there. There was.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
9 months later.
Yes, 9 months later. Yeah.
A year on Remembrance Day, and
Yeah.
anyone out there is watching this, if you're having no luck on all those dating apps, write a children's book.
There you go.
You never know what can happen. So, as I mentioned before, these little books, you just search this title on AZN.
Easy. Yeah.
I don't want to come to say it because the big brother will flash me. Yeah, so I'm just proud of you for coming on here with me. And we're not going to get into any of that past and that kind of stuff. Just know that
Not yet.
not yet. Someday maybe we'll interview
Yeah.
couples going together with PTSD. But it's this little book. It hasn't broken any sales records, but it's affecting people. Just
Yes, it is.
before you even look at it, just go on to either one of my books and just read some of these reviews.
Yeah.
The Paramedic That Saved My Life in 1994. What a great book. A great way to explain PTSD. This book will help anyone struggling with PTSD.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'd love to get copies of this in like addiction centers,
Yes.
fire halls, police stations, for any parents out there that, we want to protect our kids. And especially for dads, we're supposed to be this big, strong, tough guy who doesn't have any emotions and holds shit together, but it doesn't always work that way.
No.
And it's not just men, but
Yeah.
here we are. Most important question I got to ask you is the ketchup.
Very important question here, you guys.
Do you keep it in the fridge or in the cupboard?
I keep it in the cupboard.
Take that, Budget Brand Boys.
Yes, take that, Budget Brand Boys.
Budget Brand Boys. Check out our buddies, the Budget Brand Boys on YouTube. They're funny as hell.
Yeah, they are.
They've sparked some controversy with some questions on my lives.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read one more review here. This one is from former homicide and international organized crime detective, Toronto Police. In the Heart of the Forest touches on many aspects of the injuries we sustain from traumatic events, the impact it can have in our life, and ways to overcome these injuries. Educating our children about these injuries and ways to overcome them is the right place to start at the beginning. This story articulately simplifies the complexities of injuries sustained from traumatic events, addressing many injuries such as anxiety, depression, isolation, feeling of being unsafe, loss of trust in yourself and others, fear of asking for help only to be hurt or disappointed, fear of being alone, as well as the fear of others.
Yeah.
Fear of judgment from others, judging yourself, fear of the outdoors, agoraphobia, hypervigilance, and triggers. The powerful message from this well thought out book reminds us we can just heal from our past. We are not alone. We can ask for help. With courage, faith, hope, resiliency, we can face and overcome our fears and begin to thrive in life, not just survive.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, this is not just a commercial. This book is special to me.
Yes.
From this book and the race book, the small proceeds, it's like $1 a book. Goes to my daughter's education fund, and you know, if you search it up, if you like it, if you buy it, leave a review, tell people. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, right.
You know, you could.
You
never know. But yeah, maybe one of these days on the road, we'll do a full 30-minute episode together with the new 30 Minutes of Fame.
Yes, I'm excited for this. Yeah.
Everybody check all the links in the description. I'll put the links in there to pick up a copy of both books for the GoFundMe I mentioned earlier. I've got some really cool ideas where I want this new podcast to go. I mean, I enjoyed every guest I've had on here in almost 50 plus episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, things are just getting restarted. And this lovely lady, I almost pulled the plug. She's like, no.
No.
You can't do that.
No.
You know, I don't care if 10 people are watching, if 200 people watch, if 20,000 people watch.
Yeah.
That's what's important to me. So
yeah.
I need a new cool catchphrase to sign off here.
Oh, yes. All right.
For every episode. I've asked the pigeon question.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask it one more time here.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
I've never asked.
Oh, my.
If you watch my previous episodes, if you haven't, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But 100-meter pigeon carrying contest. How many pigeons do you get in your arms, Amanda?
Realistically, I'm going to say 3.
3.
Yep, 3.
Hey, that's 3 more than Leslie.
2 under one arm and 1 under the other. Yep, that's my thought.
So,
no creative answer there. Sorry.
If you're out there struggling, if you're going through anything, whether it's your weight, your PTSD, if you're not sure what you have going on, just reach out to someone, anybody. Come out to one of my lives, which I'm going to be starting next Sunday. We have a blast. And click all those links in the description. Click that notify button so you know every time there's a new 30 Minutes of Fame. I'm going to be getting some cool effects in here, top budget stuff. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Bye.
Devanda out.
Devonda.
Devonda.
I wrote a tale of the forest deep, where dreams would wander and secrets keep. A children's book, my heart poured in. Never thought it'd lead to where we'd begin. She read my words, left a review. Her heart reached out and mine did too. In the heart of the forest we found our way. 2 souls who fought through the darkest days. Lost 170, broke the chains. Same demons, same scars, same old pain. But together we're whole, forever we'll stay in the dark of the forest. Love lights the way. PTSD, it haunted our nights. Shadows that linger, stealing the light. But we shared the weight, both body and soul. Climbed from the ashes, made each other whole. Through pages and pain, our story took flight. Bound by the battles we both learned to fight. In the heart of the forest we found our way. 2 souls who fought through the darkest days. Lost 170, broke the chains. Same demons, same scars, same old pain. But together we're whole, forever we'll stay in the dark of the forest. Love lights the way. fates were carved from the same broken stone. Never again will we face this alone. Her laugh's my shelter, her eyes my home. In her arms, I'm never alone. In the heart of the forest, we found our way. Two souls who fought through the darkest days. Lost 170, broke the chains. Same demons, same scars, same old pain. But together we're whole, forever we'll stay in the dark of the forest. Love lights the way. I wrote a book, but she wrote my heart. In the heart of the forest we'll never part.